Welcome back to the Shigeki podcast, where small changes lead to powerful aging. I'm Dr. Mark Hyman, and as always, I'm joined by my dear friend and longevity pioneer, Dr. Shigeki Hinohara. Now, let me start with this. Walking is great. It's low impact, easy to maintain, and has been recommended for decades as the go-to activity for seniors. But what if I told you there are 3 other exercises that might give you even more benefits for your heart, your joints, and even your brain? You see, after 60, just walking around the house or even around the block might not be enough. Your body needs deeper activation, movements that challenge your balance, stimulate blood flow, and signal your muscles to stay strong, not shrink.
You're absolutely right, Mark. In Japan, we value walking. We do it daily, from the elderly in the countryside to city workers. But we also believe in something more. We move in ways that talk to the body, movements that whisper, stay flexible, stay young. I've seen 80-year-olds climb stairs better than 40-year-olds simply because they practiced certain functional movements every day. It's not about intensity, it's about intelligence.
Exactly. And today we're going to introduce you to 3 exercises that are better than walking, especially after 60. They're simple, safe, don't require a gym, and most importantly, they're surgeon-approved. Orthopedic doctors recommend them. Geriatric specialists use them in rehab. And once you learn them, you'll wonder why nobody taught you sooner. So if you're someone who walks every day but still feels back pain, stiffness in your knees, or a lack of balance, this episode is for you. Because movement isn't just about quantity anymore, it's about quality. Stay tuned, because by the end of this episode, you'll have a 3-exercise plan that could change the way you age starting today. And before we jump in, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this episode with a friend or family member over 60 who's still walking every day but deserves more.
Let's start with a little truth bomb. Walking is good, yes, but it's not enough. Especially after the age of 60. Walking improves cardiovascular health. It helps with blood circulation, lowers blood pressure, and keeps you moving. All great things. But here's what it doesn't do well. It doesn't build muscle. It doesn't strengthen your bones. And it doesn't improve your balance or reflexes in a meaningful way.
Let's be clear, walking is good. It's gentle on the joints, supports circulation, and helps keep your mood stable. For many older adults, a daily walk is a beautiful ritual that connects body and mind. But here's the problem. After 60, walking alone is not enough. Why? Because it doesn't do the 3 things your aging body needs most. It doesn't preserve bone density, it doesn't build muscle strength, and it doesn't significantly improve balance or reaction time, all of which are critical as we age. In fact, several studies have shown that seniors who walk daily but don't do any resistance or functional training still face a high risk of falls fractures and mobility loss. I've seen this over and over in my patients. They say, "But I walk every day," and yet they still struggle with fatigue, weak legs, and poor posture. The truth is, walking is too predictable. It moves your body in one direction at one intensity. It doesn't challenge your muscles to grow. It doesn't train your brain to adapt. And it doesn't give your bones the mechanical stress they need to stay strong.
That's exactly right, Mark. In Japan, we have a saying, bones don't speak until they break. Meaning is bone loss, and muscle wasting happens silently. No pain, no warning, until suddenly you fall, and that fall changes your life. After 60, your body is in a state of slow decline unless you intervene. Sarcopenia, the gradual loss of muscle mass, begins to accelerate. Osteoporosis becomes more common. And walking alone does not send a strong enough signal to stop that process. What's missing is challenge. The kind that tells your body, I still need you to be strong. That's why in many orthopedic and geriatric clinics across Japan, doctors recommend combining 3 types of movement resistance exercises: balance training and flexibility, or joint mobility work.
These 3 create a triangle of protection for your bones, your muscles, and your brain. And you don't need a gym. You don't need hours. Just 10 to 15 minutes a day done smartly can change how you move and how you age. So, today we're going to show you 3 specific exercises that go beyond walking exercises, that actually build strength, restore balance, and rewire your reflexes. They're backed by science and used by top orthopedic surgeons to help older adults stay independent longer. Now, let's break down the 3 superior exercises that check all the boxes.
Now let's talk about the first exercise, one of my favorites for people over 60, and it's deceptively simple, the wall sit. You're not running, lifting weights, or even moving. You're just holding still. But don't be fooled. This is a powerful full-body strengthener that lights up your quads, glutes, hamstrings, and calves, all the major muscle groups we begin to lose after 60.
Yes, the wall sit is an isometric exercise, meaning the muscles contract without changing length. That static hold creates real tension, and that tension sends a strong signal to the bones. Hey, you're needed, stay strong. This helps improve bone density, particularly around the hips and knees, areas most vulnerable in seniors. What's more, studies show the wall. Sit can help lower blood pressure not just by moving your body, but by teaching it how to handle stress more calmly. When you hold the pose and breathe through the burn, you train your nervous system to stay stable under pressure. It also enhances balance. Even though you're not swaying or stepping, you're building the muscle control that keeps your knees stable, your hips centered, and your posture upright. That translates directly into fewer falls, stronger walking, and better endurance during daily activities.
Yes, Mark and I want to share something that surprises many people. In Japan, the wall sit is sometimes referred to as the exercise that replaces medication for people with mild, high blood pressure. And it's not just an old saying, it's backed by research. In one study, older adults who performed wall sits 3 times a day, holding for just 30 to 60 seconds each time, saw their systolic blood pressure drop by 9 to 10 mmHg within 6 weeks. That's comparable to what some medications achieve, but with no side effects, only strength and stability.
Yes, Mark and I want to share something that surprises many people. In Japan, the wall sit is sometimes referred to as the exercise that replaces medication for people with mild, high blood pressure. And it's not just an old saying, it's backed by research. In one study, older adults who performed wall sits 3 times a day, holding for just 30 to 60 seconds each time, saw their systolic blood pressure drop by 9 to 10 mmHg within 6 weeks. That's comparable to what some medications achieve, but with no side effects, only strength and stability.
That's such a smart habit, Mark. And let's talk about the specific benefits people can expect from just a few minutes a day. First, joint stability. Wall sits strengthen the muscles around the knee, especially the quadriceps, which are critical for keeping the patella in place and preventing falls. This is especially important if you've ever experienced knee pain or felt wobbly on stairs. Second, the glutes, your body's powerhouse. Strong glutes improve balance, posture, and even lower back health. When your glutes are weak, your lower spine ends up doing too much work, which leads to fatigue and discomfort. And third, circulation, holding a wall. Sit increases blood flow to your lower body. That means warmer hands and feet, better nutrient delivery, and a stronger vascular response key for people who suffer from cold extremities or early-stage neuropathy.
This is one simple exercise done a few times a day for less than 5 minutes. Total can create an outsized benefit in your daily life. You'll walk steadier, rise from chairs more easily, and you'll start to feel a quiet strength building beneath you. Now, that's the power of intention paired with a wall. And we're just getting started. Let's move on to exercise 2, another easy-to-learn move that targets the upper body and builds the kind of functional strength we lose fastest after 60.
All right, now let's move on to the second exercise, one that might surprise you with how effective it is. It's called the incline push-up. You've probably heard that push-ups are one of the best all-around body exercises. That's true. In fact, they're often called the king of full-body movements. But after 60 traditional push-ups on the floor can be tough. They put a lot of stress on the shoulders, the wrists, and the lower back, especially if you haven't trained those muscles in a while. That's why the incline push-up is such a powerful alternative. You get all the benefits, strength, stability, and control, without straining your joints. Instead of going down to the floor, you place your hands on a raised surface like the kitchen counter, the arm of a sofa, or the edge of your bed. You lean into it, keep your body straight like a plank, and lower yourself slowly before pushing back up. It might look simple, right? But don't let that fool you. This move builds strength in all the right places: the chest, the shoulders, the upper arms, the upper back, and the core. And that's incredibly important after 60. Why? Because these are the exact muscles you use when you need to push yourself up from a chair or, worse, from the floor after a fall. It's not just a fitness move, it's a survival skill.
Yes, and I love how you said that, a survival skill. That's exactly how I see it. I tell many of my older patients, you may never need to run a race, but you will need to push yourself up at some point. Whether it's from the bathtub from a low seat, or after slipping on the floor, your body must be ready. And this movement prepares you. It's also one of the best ways to protect the upper body from weakness, especially the muscles around the chest and shoulders that often shrink as we age. When those muscles weaken, we start to see hunched posture, shallow breathing, and fatigue during everyday tasks. But when you strengthen them, you breathe better, move better, and hold yourself upright with confidence. What's beautiful about the incline push-up is that it's so accessible. You don't need equipment. You don't need to get down on the ground. You just need a stable surface and the willingness to move. I recommend people do 5 to 10 push-ups at a time, once in the morning, once in the afternoon. That's it. And yet, within weeks, we see measurable changes.
That's right. There was a study not long ago where older adults practiced incline push-ups just a few times a day for 4 weeks. The results were amazing. Their grip strength improved, their lung capacity increased, even their resting heart rate went down. Those are signs that the body is getting stronger on the inside, not just the outside. Grip strength in particular is a fascinating metric. It's not just about opening jars, it's actually one of the strongest predictors of longevity. So when your grip improves, your overall resilience improves. And let's talk about how to breathe through it. When you lower your chest toward the surface, inhale slowly. And as you push back up, exhale fully. That rhythm of movement and breath helps oxygenate your tissues and activate your cardiovascular system. It's like a mini workout for your heart and lungs, too.
And if someone feels intimidated by the word push-up, I remind them this isn't military training. This is you taking control of your aging. If you can lean on a counter, you can do this. And as you get stronger, you can gradually move to lower surfaces. Over time, many of my patients even return to full push-ups, but they start right here safely. Exactly. This is about progress, not perfection. You don't have to go fast. You just have to go forward. And incline push-ups are one of the best ways to do that, especially if you want to stay mobile, stay strong, and stay independent as you age. All right? Coming up next is the third and final exercise. And if you've ever felt off-balance, dizzy, or unsure on your feet, this one's for you.
Now here's a little test you can try right now. No equipment, no sweat, just a question. Can you stand on one leg for 10 seconds without holding on to anything? Go ahead, give it a try. If you wobbled, had to grab onto something, or couldn't hold the position, don't worry, you're not alone. But I want to share something that's both shocking and important. A recent study found that people over 60 who couldn't hold a single leg stand for at least 10 seconds had 2 to 3 times the risk of dying within the next 10 years. That's right. Something as simple as standing on one leg can tell us a lot about your overall health coordination and longevity. Why is that? Because balance is more than balance. It reflects your muscle strength, your joint stability, your nervous system, your brain's ability to communicate with your body all at once. And after 60, those connections start to weaken unless we train them.
Yes, and I'm so glad you brought this up. The single leg stand may look like a child's game, but it is one of the most powerful exercises we can do as we age. This movement challenges your balance, yes, but it also trains your reflexes, your proprioception, that's your body's sense of position in space, and the connection between the brain nerves and muscles. When you stand on one leg, your entire body has to cooperate to keep you upright. And that is exactly the kind of challenge your nervous system needs to stay young. It's also one of the best ways to reduce the risk of falling, which, as we both know, is the #1 reason older adults end up in hospitals. A fall may seem like a simple accident, but it can lead to broken bones, loss of independence, and long recoveries. The single leg stand helps train your body to stay upright even when things get shaky. And the best part is you can do it anywhere. You can stand next to your kitchen counter, a sturdy chair, or even the bathroom sink. Lift one foot slightly off the floor. Hold for 10 to 30 seconds, then switch legs. If you're feeling steady, try closing your eyes. That adds an extra layer of challenge for your brain and balance systems.
I love that tip, Mark. And I'll add this, you can fit this into your day without changing your schedule. Waiting for the kettle to boil? Do a single leg stand. Brushing your teeth? Stand on one foot. Watching TV? Stand up and hold it during the commercial break. These micro movements repeated daily build real neuromuscular resilience over time. And let's talk about what happens inside the body during this movement. First, your core muscles engage. They're stabilizing you constantly, even if you don't feel it. Second, your ankle and foot muscles start working harder, especially the small stabilizers that we almost never train. Third, your sensory nerves get activated. They're helping your brain register movement direction and weight distribution. This kind of full system activation is rare, especially in simple movements, but the single leg stand delivers it beautifully. There's even evidence that this exercise can enhance spatial awareness and reaction time, which means you're more likely to catch yourself or adjust your footing if you trip.
And if you'd like to take it one step further, here's a variation I love to teach. As you stand on one foot, gently pass a light object like a small towel or ball from one hand to the other. This adds movement to your upper body while your lower body works to stay stable. And what does that do? It stimulates your memory, your focus, and your whole body coordination. It's like asking your body and brain to multitask in a healthy, low-risk way. And for older adults, that's the key, not just moving, but moving in ways that keep you sharp.
Exactly. And the beauty of the single leg stand is that it takes less than a minute, but the benefits ripple throughout your entire body. Better posture, better reflexes, better confidence when walking or navigating stairs. So next time you find yourself waiting for something, the microwave, the water to boil a commercial break, stand tall, lift one foot, and give your nervous system the workout it's been craving. Coming up next, we'll wrap it all together and show you how these 3 simple exercises can create a foundation of strength and stability for years to come.
All right, let's bring it all together. You've now learned 3 powerful exercises that go beyond walking, and you might be wondering, how do I fit this into my life? Here's the good news. You don't need a gym, you don't need equipment, and you don't need an hour a day. All it takes is about 15 minutes total spread throughout the day. That's it. And the benefits can be enormous. Let me give you an example of how I encourage my patients to build their routine. In the morning, right after brushing your teeth or waiting for the coffee to brew, take 1 minute to do a wall sit. Just lean against the wall, bend your knees, breathe through it, and feel your legs come alive. At lunchtime or early afternoon, before you sit down to eat, or in between errands, do 10 incline push-ups. You can use your kitchen counter or a sturdy table, just a few controlled reps to keep your upper body strong and your posture tall. And in the evening, maybe while brushing your teeth before bed or during a quiet moment, try the single leg stand. Hold for 30 seconds on each leg. Close your eyes if you feel steady. That's your balance and brain training right there.
That's a perfect rhythm, Mark. And what I love most is how gentle and flexible it is. You're not forcing the body, you're inviting it to wake up, participate, and grow stronger in small doses. I often encourage older adults to create a calming environment around their movement. Play some soft music, let in some natural light, or use a warm lamp in the evening. take a few deep intentional breaths before and after your session. These small touches help your body shift into a recovery state more quickly, and that's where healing begins. And don't forget, it's always a good idea to warm up a little before you begin, especially in the morning. A few shoulder rolls, some ankle circles, a bit of gentle marching in place. Then, when you finish, take a minute to stretch and relax. This prevents stiffness and keeps your body feeling open and fluid. If you can make these 3 movements part of your daily flow, you're not just exercising, you're creating a habit of health that protects your muscles, your heart, and your independence.
Walking is good. It really is. But after 60, good isn't always enough. You deserve more than just steps. You deserve strength that supports your joints, balance that protects you from falls, and real protection against the silent changes happening in your body every year. These 3 exercises, the wall, sit the incline push-up, and the single leg stand, aren't complicated, but they are powerful, and they can change how you feel, how you move, and how you age.
Let your movement speak to your body. These aren't just motions, they are messages. When you do them even for a few seconds, you're whispering to your bones, your heart, and your brain, stay young, stay awake, stay upright. So please don't wait. Don't say, I'll try later. Start tonight with just one of the 3. Feel what it does, and then do it again tomorrow. If you can track your progress for 1 week, write down how you feel. You might be surprised by how much your body listens.
And if this episode helped you, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone you love, especially if they walk every day but still feel stiff, tired, or unsteady. Finally, tell us in the comments, which exercise will you start with? May dieses Guide to Yas Tost.